All right. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachahak, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom, Barakathum. And it turns out that the city of Tampa is selected, or was selected, slated to be a 15-minute city. All right. Now, we know on YouTube we can't say certain things. I'm not even sure if it was wise to say that phrase. But if you know about what those are, well, to hell with it, man. It is what it is. But if you know what 15-minute cities are, then you'll know kind of where I'm going with this. If you saw, I did a lesson about, what's going on over there with the second hurricane, the second record-breaking hurricane. All right, these are not normal. All right, you got one 800 miles wide, you got another one that's about to hit 200 miles per hour with a with a calm eye about this big. And it's heading directly for, about 40 acres of beachfront property that Bill Gates just happens to own, that is on the list to be a 15-minute city. All right. So you have to ask yourself, I'm not putting this together. The people over at the show Redacted actually caught this, and I was watching that video last night, and I said, yeah, it all makes sense. If you followed, what we were covering about what happened in Hawaii and Lahaina, they experienced a similar natural disaster. I'll put that in air quotes over there in Hawaii, and it all caught on fire. And you know what? That area was also slated to be what? One of the Klaus Schwab 15-minute cities. You guessed it. All right. And another so-called coincidence, all right, is the chief of police over there in Hawaii that was telling people they couldn't go back to their homes after everything burned down. They wouldn't even let them back in there. They cordoned everything off. They basically just kicked everybody out after everything burned down. And a lot of that was ancestral lands. And they were like, no, this is an emergency, blah, 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 blah. Well, the chief of police over there in Hawaii, he was also the chief of police or the head officer in Las Vegas. If you remember that big shooting that happened where the guy was up in one of those buildings and he was just firing into the crowd, all right, he was the chief of police there. All right, now you would think, a guy like that should resign and get fired, or at the least he shouldn't get a promotion, because going to Hawaii is a promotion. All right, and lo and behold, the mayor of that town in Hawaii, he's also a keynote speaker, or the governor, I should say, of Hawaii. He's also a keynote speaker at the World Economic Forum. So, all of these things are coming together. The Lord is vindicating us through prophecy just coming to pass, man. And you know what? It's a great time to be alive, man, because I am enjoying watching this shit show just fall apart. The Esau is a mess right now, man. And it's great because it's to the point where we had to keep beating our head and telling people this gonna happen, this gonna happen, this gonna happen, to the point now where we actually don't even have to say that much. These facts are coming out on their own now on the news. So, and they're verifiable, and they're undeniable facts. Okay, now all they can do at this point is gaslight you. Okay, they can either gaslight you or they can just straight up send to you. So it's no wonder why they're talking about how the social media sites are not doing a good enough job. So So they want to repeal, I forget the article 234, where that says social media companies are not a publisher. So, you know, if you're not a publisher, then you can't be held accountable for what happens on your platform. All right. But the difference between being a publisher and being a platform, all right, platforms are just supposed to be neutral. You think about a platform, it's just the thing you stand on. It's not supposed to have any editorial rights. It's not supposed to say this can go there and that can go there. That's called editing. You're editing the content on the platform. That makes you a publisher. All right. So that law was set in place to say that they're not a publisher, because if they're a publisher, then they're culpable for anything that goes on social media. If some weirdo decides to go live stream a mass casualty event that he's doing, then guess what? That YouTube or whoever that it happens on can be held liable. Now the politicians are now saying we gotta hold them accountable on that, because they're not censoring enough. Okay, so they want to repeal that. That would make all of these social media companies publishers and liable. And the reason that they're doing this, all right, is because they have lost control of the narrative. I said it, they're just getting ready to take America. It's so brazen right now. They're not even like trying to. For you to get offered $750 and then most of the people just get denied for even that amount, while they're actively talking about, oh yeah, well Congress has got to come in and vote for it first. But they're actually sending Lebanon $500 million with no vote. They just send it to them. All right, and this is all over the news. So they know that this thing is basically over with. So something drastic is getting ready. It's about to get dangerous out here for you people, man. All right. And it says that in Daniel chapter 8. I usually try to quote a few precepts, while I'm doing these in transits. That he will cause craft to prosper in his hand, man. Now we know in that verse it's really talking about the time of our captivity under Antiochus. All right, or the Greeks. But we know that they run the same play, man. They run the same play. Look at Rome. I mean, they didn't do anything differently, man. They didn't lock down anything. They're literally gonna go out the exact same way they went down the first time, except way bigger, on a much bigger scale. But it's the same pattern, isn't it? But it says they cause craft to prosper in their hand. Okay. And by peace they destroy many. So everything Esau is using to destroy you, he's doing it with under the guise that he's helping you. But what is he really doing though? He's about to destroy your ass, man. He's about to kill you. All right. That's how serpents are, man. Serpents are ambush predators, man. A rattlesnake, it'll just sit in the bush, lie in wait, and then when the prey gets close enough, it'll reach out and bite them. All right. And then it takes some time for that poison to sink in. And then you know what? That snake is going to slither his ass on over there, wait for that prey to pass out, and he swallow his ass whole, man. That's what's getting ready to happen to you people. You've already been ambushed in 2020, and you got bit in 2020. All right. Now the poison is seeking in. Okay. Look, inflation is up. Mental illness is up. Deaths of despair are up. That's deaths by alcoholism and, self-deletions. All of these things are up. The happiness is at an all-time low. Debt is at an all-time high. So the poison is seeping in. And so now you're all weak. You're discombobulated. You don't know left from right. Now y'all talking about, well, we got to do the lesser evil because you've fell asleep, and then you woke up and you got the choice between two demons, man. All right, and now it's too late. You already halfway down the throat of that snake, man. All right, and you getting swallowed whole. It will be complete when you put that thing in your right hand. Okay, that the mission is complete at that point. Esau has accomplished the goal that he wanted to accomplish, and he's going to get a lot of you, but his ultimate goal isn't gonna prevail. The scriptures say, his hand shall not perform his enterprise. Okay, that's in Job. And the scriptures also say, his days are appointed. You know, the months and the days are with him, and so he has an appointed time in which he's going to go down. So we know how the story ends. That's why we're going to have peace, man. See, when the Bible speaks about in Isaiah 33 and 6 that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time, you got to realize that's going to be a spiritual power that we already have. See, we have the peace of mind already right now because we know how the story's going to end. It just, people are not going to realize it until they start to panic. When they start panicking, when they start, wilding out, taking drastic measures to do this or that, and we're calm, we're cool, we're collected, that's going to have us stand out, man. That's when we're going to be, those men spoken about in Isaiah 4 and 1. All right. Now, that's not to say every brother is not going to have his moment of anxiety and anticipation, but when you look at it in comparison, the scriptures say this is going to get so bad, the mighty men are going to bitch up, man. They're going to be like women, basically. All right? And I believe it's going to get that bad. Wait till people start eating each other. Wait till the gas stations just run out of gas and can't nobody drive nowhere. You just got to walk. That 70% obesity rate is going to plummet, okay? Because a lot of you gonna have a famine just because you can't get no food. Not because the food, you don't know where the food is at, but you ain't even gonna be able to get there. Your ass gonna have to walk 30 miles, man, and pray you don't get taken, man. All right. And I believe men and women gonna be getting ravished, because you got a lot of I'll just say I'll say it, sodomites out here, man. You got a lot of them out here. You got, the Lord got special judgments for people, man. So listen, you really do not want to be on the Lord's bad side, man. All right, opting to just do your own thing or think you got time is a horrible mistake, man. Because once the Lord closes that gate, the scriptures, it's already written, the angels got the command to not let their eyes show pity. That's in Ezekiel 9. Okay? They already got the command. So good luck trying to reason with an angel. You watch the Halloween movies, man. How many movies in Halloween or Jason, the woman or the guy, he's screaming, "Please don't kill me." Does that ever work? Ask yourself, does that ever work? It don't matter how much you cry or beg. You Keishas out there, you ain't gonna be able to say, well, a real man wouldn't hit a woman and all that gaslighting, insult, and Listen, man, this is going to be this is a different time that we're in. All right, this is the end of the world that we're witnessing right now. What a time to be alive, brothers. This is an amazing time to be alive because it's great watching the panic set in on everybody, man. All right, and this ain't even shit. Right now at this very moment, by and large, most people think the problems are relegated to over there in the Middle East, the so-called Middle East, or they're relegated to the hurricane victims, but they don't realize all of America, you're in a trick bag, okay? You never ask yourself why you need permission to leave the country. It makes sense if another country wants you to have a passport to come there, but why does America require you to have a passport to leave? Why do they insist on tracking you everywhere, man? Because you're livestock to them, okay? You're a commodity that they're farming. All right? You're like in an arcade and they're giving you tokens, but those tokens only work at the arcade, man. You can't go buy no fruit, no vegetables with no tokens, man. All right? That's this monopoly money that they're giving you. They haven't given you real assets that's actually worth something. All right, that has intrinsic value. Okay, so guess what happens when the arcade closes, aka the U.S. dollar gets shut down? You gonna go back to that? you gonna come back to the arcade the next day and be like, "Hey, can I have some real money?" And you're gonna like, "Nah." You can have this though. Metaphorically speaking, I'm talking about the charagma. All right, that's the solution you're gonna have to deal with. You know, this is what has not set in with people, man. And people are this close to piecing it together that the book of Revelation is unfolding, man. It's happening right now. When they finally piece it together, they're like, oh, wow. When they see the charagma, that's when everybody's gonna be like, oh, wow. These crazy Negroes in the shower curtains the whole time they had it, man. And watch our stock value go up in the eyes of these people, man. You remember that situation when the brothers was out there in Hawaii, you know, and they thought they had a missile defense alert. They thought they was about to get nuked, man. Those brothers' pages went up to like, what was it, like 50,000 live viewers. Man, I can't wait. I'm so sick of looking at these people, man. I'm so sick of going to work. I'm so sick of dealing with proud individuals. I had a nigga, I was walking through a crosswalk just leaving work, and I'm walking. He had to stop his car because it's a crosswalk. The nigga act like, you know, he wanted a cookie for stopping at a crosswalk, man. You know, just proud and petty for no reason, man. But they have no idea how petty our Father is, man. Our Father is petty. He is petty as hell, man. Everybody that ever wronged, if you a sincere brother, every woman, man, whoever have ever wronged you, I don't care if they was an employee at the DMV, whatever. If they've ever wronged you, the Most High gonna get their ass, man. Okay? Even people that we forgot that wronged us, the Lord gonna get them. I say that all the time. You know? So watch and pay attention, man. This be on your watch, Akim. You know, this is the worst time to get laxed and to get distracted, man. All right, don't do what these other camps are doing, and they're distracting themselves. All right, by doing other things and trying to call it the work. All right, just because you're going into precepts, that don't make it the work. The work is something that it's a spiritual thing. You're trying to feed the flock. All right, and even though you might be on a live stream doing precepts, all right, if you're not in the spirit of feeding the flock, you're in the spirit of entertainment, then guess what? It don't count, man. All right. And I don't know about y'all, but I need every spiritual shekel that I can get, because I am not trying to miss the bus. All right, that being delivered via the chariots, you know. So anyway, I'll end it there, Lord willing. This was edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Hashem Rachah Hakodash Shalom. On to the next.